Greetings, this is Homestead and Rental. As the title of this video states, I am doing some repairs on my Carhartt pants here. This is a pair of my older work pants, and I have a stress rip on the inside of them. Now, I work in a large box store, and I'm allowed to wear brown pants. And I get away with wearing Carhartts. I now wear the double knee pants, and I just sewed the bottoms of the cuffs on these so they'd be a little bit shorter. But this is one of the first pairs I got when I first moved down here to North Carolina, and it's been about two years now, and they now have a stress rip in them. Most people that know that when you get something like that, you're going to have to get it fixed. Well, there's only one way that I know how to actually fix something like that, and that's going to be to patch it. Well, this is going to be Homestead and Rental Tim, his first sewing video for YouTube. So stick with me, guys. I'm going to end up cutting a patch, and I'm going to end up sewing it in. This is Homestead and Rental. Stick with me. Alright, so here's the patch material I'm using. This is Carhartt material, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece from right here on this side and then up here on this side, and that will actually go right in here, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Looks like I'm only going to need like about a 3-4 inch piece. I really don't care what it looks like on the back end because I just don't care. Alright, here we go. I just cut this patch piece out with the beautiful Mrs. Homestead and Rental's pink shears. Don't get the pink color, don't let that fool you. They are wicked sharp and wicked nice, and I use them every chance I get. And my patch will end up going in here. I'll probably trim this down just a little bit, but yeah, it's going to work good. That way, if it does rip out a little bit more, I'll have it in the seam here, all the way across and all the way down. It doesn't have to look pretty. It just has to be functional. These are no longer work pants to actually take to my my actual work job. I just use them around the house, on the homestead, and when we do flea markets, things like that. But basically, I don't ever let anything go to waste if possible, and they still got lots of life left in them. Just need to be resewn a few times. Anybody that knows me personally knows that if I can squeeze anything out of a dollar, I'll try. The thread I'm using is some unwaxed cotton thread, and I actually bought a tube of Allen's Bow Wax, and if I need waxed cotton thread, I actually take a piece of this and I'll actually wax it. So that's another hint and another tip for all you guys out there that may be needing something like that. Allen's wax is a synthetic, and it's also got beeswax in it, and that's sold in the bow shop sections. You can get it at the large box stores. I know Walmart carries it here in the local area that I'm in. And then any of the custom bow shops. Stick with me, and I'm going to sew it up next. Here we go. I got the first stitch line all done, and it doesn't have to be straight, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The couple of extra stitches that I've got in here, right through here, is where the stress rip actually is. So I wanted that extra strong so that I'd know where it was. And when I go back through, I'll actually do another whole line right across this. But I like having a few extra stitches in there, so that way they'll last a bit longer. And I've then double stitched right here. And the reason I'm going to go back through this whole side at least one more time, possibly twice, is because this is the part that'll end up fraying. This side here is actually sewn together, and also this side here. And if I had been smart, I would have folded this over and sewn it up first. Live and learn, and remember for next time. So adapt and overcome. That's definitely my new motto. Stick with me and I'll show you what it looks like probably when I'm finished. Alright guys, I just finished my my stitching up on the stress rip that was in the bottom of my pants here. Doesn't look too bad. And no one's really going to be looking down there anyway, considering it's on the back end of my pants. Basically, I did 2 sets of sewing right through here, and then 1 set all the way around here, and then I cleaned that stress rip up that was happening right here. And what I did was I tried to do like a suture. I don't think that's going to pick it up real well. I got a cheapo camera that I've been using for a year. But yeah, it's not pretty. It is functional. And if it lasts me another 6 months, which I'm sure it will, they'll work great. And there's an inside look at that patch. Like I said, that's where I had that double section of stitching, and that's so that if this starts to unravel some more, I've got plenty of stitches in there on it. Yeah, it looks really bad inside, but no one's going to see that, so I'm not too worried about it. This is Homestead and Rental, showing you that men can sew too. Yes, it's not pretty, but it's functional. And if the long hunters of yesterday and the backwoodsmen of today can do it, then so can you. This is Homestead and Rental showing you Tim's first video on sewing. Yeah, I guess that's it. So this is Homestead and Rental, over and out. Greetings from North Carolina.